You're watching CHCO-TV's gavel-to-gavel coverage of the September 10th, 2025 Special Council meeting for the Municipal District of St. Stephen. I'm Florence Mitchell. This meeting is a public hearing of objections to proposed zoning bylaw Z4. So let's join Council in the LK Toombs room at the Garcelon Civic Centre in St. Stephen.
Good evening. You guys all in the back here okay? No. Well, then come up front. Okay, I'll try to speak up a little louder. Welcome to the Municipal District of St. Stephen Special Council agenda for Wednesday, September 10th, 2025 at 6 p.m. We'll call to order. Before we begin, I would like to respectfully acknowledge that we are gathered today on ancestral unceded territory of the Passamaquoddy people. And just to get things going, I need a mover and seconder for the special council meeting of September 10th, 2025 be approved. Mover and seconder, please. Councillor Wright, Councillor Cornish. Questions? All those in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. Any conflicts of interest? Seeing none. Okay, I'll take a mover and seconder for the council to move into the public hearing of objections for the proposed zoning bylaw Z-4 and acknowledges any correspondence received. So moved. Councillor Heislip, Deputy Mayor Wheaton, and I guess we'll vote on them after we have our discussion. Okay, so just to get an idea, how many are getting up today? I'm just trying to think of how tight we got a hold of the 3 minutes. So can I just kind of ask hands to see how many might be standing up? So, okay, so we'll be pretty relaxed on that. I'm only seeing 3. Okay. Maybe 4. Okay, that's not a lot. 5, maybe 5, okay. I think we'll be fine. I just didn't want to be holding the line. All right, well, we might have to try to keep it to your 3 minutes then. All right. So everyone wishes to speak will get a chance to speak. Those who wrote letters will go first. And we received 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 letters. We ask that you aim to summarize your key points, specifically related to proposed zoning bylaw Z-4, keeping your remarks within 3 to 5 minutes. Tonight is for council to hear your public opinions on the proposed bylaw. Tonight is not meant for a Q&A or information session, so questions will be logged. Questions will be logged by staff. And they're doing that over there in the corner, folks, and will not be responded to tonight. If you would like your specific questions answered at a later date, the Southwest MB Service Commission representative can provide you with their contact information, and we've already done a lot of that before tonight even, so with some of you tonight. Lastly, please be respectful of each other and wait for your turn to speak. We want to be able to hear from everybody and give everyone the time to speak. Okay. All right. Well, let's start. How am I going to do this? I'll start with the people that submitted letters first. I don't really want to. Well, these names. I don't want to read out these people's names. Do I? Yep. Okay. Anthony Freilich, are you in the room and want to speak? Okay. Shandra? Yes, please, yeah, and introduce yourself.
Oh my God, it's loud. Sorry. Shandra Best, Ward 3. So I already, as you know, you have my name on the list, so I already handed in a detailed letter to council. I don't intend to go through all of those items today. I did summarize them into a little one-pager, which I'm going to drop off with you tonight, Celeste, so you don't have to like write everything all out. And so I'm only going to talk about just a couple of the things that are in the letter that I've summarized here. I do apologize if you talk to me and I don't hear you. I still am getting over this cold, and this year I'm not hearing very well out of it, so my apologies in advance. So, Mayor and Council, please receive the following comments and requested amendments to the draft Z4 bylaw, along with all of the others that have already been submitted to you in writing, please. So the three that I want to focus on is regarding section 413 and 415. On section 413 regarding resource excavation setbacks, I would like to recommend that the setback from dwellings be changed from 150 meters to 300 meters. And for anything under 300 meters, require environmental noise impact assessment and discretionary approval from the public. Discretionary public approval with public input, And on 415, consent for blasting or crushing, that the change be made to owner of a lot to owners of every lot containing a dwelling within 600 meters. This would clarify and also clarify whether consent is registered and runs with the land or expires with the title. And then on to my other point, which is regarding wind energy. I want to state my position and some requested changes to the bylaw. This pertains to, so first of all, I want to state that I am 100% opposed to the siting of any wind farms or grid-connected wind turbines anywhere in the municipal boundaries. And the reason I bring that up is related to the definition of utility use, which is found on page 17. So I would like to see that that definition clarify that it does not enable utility scale wind in residential, rural, urban, commercial, or industrial zones. I would like to see that the bylaw prohibit large-scale wind energy projects in all zones and clearly distinguish private household renewables from utility-scale infrastructure. If council considers any future proposal for wind energy, I would like the bylaw to require a binding community vote prior to approval. So in terms of just the overall process, I would like to to make a comment around process and follow up. And this has been mentioned before. I would like council to direct staff to publish a brief response matrix that will show how key public comments are addressed. And by that, I mean some kind of a dispositioning matrix that would show that someone's comments were kept, modified, or removed, and that a rationale be provided. And in that way, people will see their input and also understand why their input may not have been adopted and have an understanding about that. I would also like to see a document that the draft bylaw be brought forward with text amendments showing all of the above items or any of the items that have been adopted for second and third reading. And I would also like to request that if any items are moved to a later date and not part of second or third reading, that they be, and if they're later housekeeping amendments, that a set timeline is set. Thank you for receiving these comments respectfully.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing the notes. I think you saved someone some work. Dan, Dow, are you standing up today? Okay.
I'd like to thank the mayor and council for giving us the opportunity to mail in or deliver our responses. That was really appreciative. The bylaws, zoning laws as they're called, I don't believe they're written in stone. I think there's movement. I hope there's movement for everybody that has a cause. And, you know, we can't please everybody, we know that. So hopefully they'll be addressed by all levels of government. I had a lot of questions about the zoning, where they came from, and I haven't still found out who drew them up in reality. And I also want to thank the mayor for our good chat we had the other day, which I'm not going to speak on what was in the letters that I give to council. They were all good concerns, that a lot of people will have the same concerns, I'm sure. But I also would encourage anybody that's into greenhouses, gardening, or anything such that isn't addressed as well in there, they should consider becoming members of the Federation of Agriculture. They have an unlimited amount of expertise on right from the little gardeners to everything. And a lot of people in the rural areas probably could use that kind of information. I have a request. I don't know if this is the place for it, but whether council and mayor would be considering this, that they would set up a subcommittee, which you do for a lot of council requests, and you have subcommittees and stuff, a subcommittee set up of possibly 3 or 4 rural people and 3 or 4 of yous, and that could expedite the process. And the other meetings that are to follow, maybe they won't be as long as some would be. And I will finish by saying, and I'm not being ignorant or in any sense, but I don't have much faith in the bureaucrats when it comes to the knowledge and my love and the way we farm and grow vegetables. They do not know anything about that, and the rural life has been generations for some families. And I hope that we can protect all that in the future with these zoning laws. Thank you.
Thank you. Would Gordon Bentley be standing up? Devin Getchell? Heather Donahue? Kimberly and Alex Parrott? All right, last one on for the emailed one, Christopher Booth.
Good evening, everybody. I'm just going to read from some of the notes of some of what I said. I kind of shortened it up to what I wrote the council. I'm trying to keep it to 3 minutes, but with 100 different things in a bylaw, it's pretty tough to do that. This council has hid 15-minute agenda and attacked wood heat recently in line with Mark Carney's climate activism, ESGs in the WEF in Brookfield. Therefore, I and many others are fully opposed to bylaw Z4 in its entirety. The mayor is in conflict of interest forwarding his BGIS employer goals and ESGs as the executor of another conflicting corporation, the Municipal District of St. Stephen. You're advertised 2 ways to view the documents of proposed bylaw Z4 online are coming back no such match to your query. Until I receive the link and a reply to my email today, I believe it is by design to hide it from the public scrutiny. The rules as a corporation does state you need to be accountable to shareholders, the voters and the property owners being the share and stakeholders. They have ultimate authority to self-governance and to deny others outside shareholders and stakeholders from moving in and putting a vote of those shareholders if they want to sell rights and shares to outside corporations like the WEF, Brookfield, and BGIS, etc. Its rules also state that a corporation may be governed by another corporation that is set to undermine the value of shares in current shareholders without permission. We do not grant you permission. This was not addressed by the mayor or council candidates and did not convey to the public prior to the election. I believe this council, mayor, and CAO are doing a terrible disservice to the future of St. Stephen residents and the children's future ability to own a home, start a business, in pursuit of their being happy. Far overreaching on the verge of full communism, the document must be made easy to find and published for the shareholder stakeholders and voters in the municipal corporation to see prior to council in the amount of time deemed reasonable to reply or object. The council and CAO has not fulfilled this obligation and is also slandered, and I'm losing my notes here, you all. There's also, anyway, they pretty much slandered everybody on TV because everybody wanted answers. Instead of answering to the people, they basically said, oh, we're being threatened, which is absolutely not true. If that were true, if that were even true, they'd be in jail and you know it. This bill attacks your wood heat, your ability to put up your own electrical grid, your water supply, your ability to farm, businesses. You can't have an outbuilding unless it's the main household there. But then the rule inside of New Brunswick says that you can't hook up temporary power unless it is in the shed. So they just ruled out all building. You can't build under this bill. Period. This bill, this thing is what, like Klaus Schwab himself wrote it, the Communist Manifesto, right here. And I'm gonna tell you that I ran for council before, and you might have overlooked me, and I ran for MLA before, right? And it's coming up again, and I'll do that job for free. Like, this is not what people did not want the amalgamation. They did not want the amalgamation. And if I wanted a house in town, I would have bought one in town.
Okay, you're done. Thank you. Listen, we are here tonight for the public hearing of objections for bylaw Z-4, not the topic that the gentleman was just speaking of. Okay, so put your opposes up in writing, and we'll do exactly what one of the people said when they come up. You put it in, and we'll show the changes where they could be made. That's what we're here to do. We're here to make the changes. You got to submit them. Any more? There's no more there's submission, but there was other hands that wanted to come up. You don't need to have anything submitted. All right. We've, what's that? The words that you would have said yourself is raise your hand. Yeah. Anyways, we've heard all the objections. And I've had a mover and seconder for the objections, and I'm seeing no more. I had a mover and seconder. Any more questions from council? All those in favor of accepting the public hearing objections? Aye. Any opposed? Motion carried. Thank you. All right. I need a mover and seconder that the meeting be adjourned. So moved. Councillor Wright. All those in favor? Aye. Aye. Push carried. Thank you.